I'm Harmony and I'm 26 this year and I do that for a living. So basically I help to arrange the funerals for family members whose loved ones just passed away. A day in my life is probably very unpredictable because death doesn't have a timing. As and when I receive a phone call from a family member who needs help in the arrangement of a funeral, I have to drop everything I have and head down to the place of death. Basically from the collection of the decedent and then all the way to the arrangement of the venue, the food, the transportation, the coffin, the logistics, all the way into the cremation and thereafter the ash collection. My grandfather came from China about maybe 60 to 70 years ago to Singapore, and then he started to serve the Singaporeans in the bereavement industry. So in university, there were some of my friends that already encouraged me to enter this line. But because I had a priority offer from Ernst & Young, so I thought, why not take it first? At that point in time where I was posted overseas in Houston, Texas for a short assignment, I received a phone call from my father, and my father told me that he was not in the best of health. Actually, at that point in time, I was very worried. I was thinking if there was anything that were to happen in Singapore, it would take about a day or even more than that to return to Singapore. And one of my colleagues also told me that if I were to spend more time with my parents, if that is what I want, then maybe this job might be a bit difficult. So I went overseas for a short break, and I took about 3 months to really contemplate whether I should enter this industry. Some people want to do this trade, or some people want to try this trade, but they don't have access or they don't have the relevant context to enter this trade. But somehow I'm like plugged into it. I guess it was a feeling that would I regret not entering this trade in 5 years' time? If let's say I would be 31 years old, meaning I would have probably climbed the corporate ladder quite a bit. And would I have the courage to step out of my comfort zone? So I just prayed about it and I decided to take the plunge. When I first started, there was an elderly uncle who was the family of a deceased. So he came over and then he started to talk to me. When he learned that I was already coming into this trade and learning the ropes, and then he said, "Huh? 你这个大学生，你来这边做什么?" The way he said it hints to me that he thinks negatively of this job, and he probably feels that a graduate shouldn't be in this job. And it made me doubt my decision initially. So it took me quite a while to think through, to reflect before I really think to myself, no matter what people say, it's okay because I know that this is something that I want to take, this is the path that I choose, and come the good or the bad, the rain or the rainbow, I will accept all. For me, it's more than a job. To me, it's really a ministry. I believe that when we help to arrange funerals, we are serving not just the dead, but more specifically for the living. Because when the dead passes on, as Christians, then we believe that the soul has already departed to be with Jesus in heaven. But what's left behind are the broken hearts of the loved ones, and that's when we minister to the people who are still living. I need not be there all the time with the family members, but I try my best to be, because when you are there with them physically, it really helps to comfort them. So in this trade, we always know that we come into this world empty-handed and we leave empty-handed. So no matter how much wealth or how much material possessions we have accumulated in this lifetime when we are on earth, we can't take it with us when we are gone. I realize at the end of the day, what really matters is the relationships that you have formed in your lifetime. Death is not something that you should be afraid of, but it's something that we should think about if we can. We all die one day. But how do we want to die as a person? You know, as a person, when we pass away, what are the stuff that we want to be left behind? What do we want to be remembered for? If you begin with the end in mind, you think about your own death, then that's when you think about how you want to live your life as a person.